I think we're live. I literally have no idea. This thing confuses the hell out of me. And my sign-in didn't work, so I literally have no idea. Let's see. And why does it take me, like, why do I have to use like 50,000 different login things? Here's a code. We're gonna text you. Open up your Gmail. Let's make sure that's you. Oh, okay, yeah. We're gonna send you. Use your passkey. Okay, like, it's me. Well, me. Okay, nice. So I do think I'm live. It says the stream is excellent. I don't. Okay, yes, I do see myself moving. So, anyways, hi, welcome to my YouTube live, in which I will be combining what I have been working on. Oh my gosh, actually, let's close that. Oop. Combine what I have been working on and Anti-MLM in one beautiful spot. Let's get rid of all these screenshots because it's just a million things of my app. Empty trash. Go beans. And my plan today is I thought, you know, I feel like now that I learned that I could vibe code, I'm certain there's something that I could make that could help to illustrate to the anti-MLM community that, like, it's just not logistically going to work. And so why not take what I've learned and learn how to and vibe code, something that's interactive, a tool that people can use. And I started, first, before I did that, I was like, let's make sure I could do this. Like, can I pull the data? Could I do this? Is this what's showing here? What are we seeing? Like, am I high? Okay, no. I mean, maybe, but oh, hey Maria. Hey Jada. Yeah, we're doing an anti-MLM edition today. Per usual, I was like, everything is like, oh, this is not working. This is not working, but it's we're getting it on and popping. I am going to turn on my camera here. And yeah, we're going to do a simulation. I thought it would be funny if we did it like Bikini Bottom, where we were SpongeBob or Patrick, and you have to recruit all the members of Bikini Bottom. I don't know. And so that's why it's SpongeBob themed. And I got my SpongeBob little Dollar Tree head thing on, and I got my SpongeBob shorts on, and I thought, let's SpongeBob it up. So, Mac OS capture card. Let's see, where are you? And where are you? And where are you? Okay. And where are you? Remove. So I started brainstorming this already. Yeah, because I was like, oh, is this even going to be possible? Like, how could I do this? And of course, anything's possible. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. So it was like, yeah, what a great idea, Tiana. Of course, gassing me up. Of course, thank you. I know it was a really great idea. And so I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. There's my cam link. There we go. No. Why can't I find my cam link? Defaults. Yes. Maybe because it's not plugged in. Could that be why? That could very well be why. It is going to need to be plugged in for it to be able to show my face. So that's a possibility. Sweet. Okay. Yay. Found it. So make it smaller. Maria, I heard you're feeling better. Congrats on feeling better. I didn't know you were that sick. I think we maybe briefly touched on you being sick, but I didn't know you were that sick. So, sorry to hear that, girlfriend. And I'm happy to hear that you are feeling better. Much happy to hear. I wish I could crop these like my face differently. Is there a free transform, a free crop? Surely there's some way, but here. 2 of me. Just what everybody wants. They said, no, we're good, girl, please. 1 is enough. Okay. So let's get something less boring up on the screen at least, and delete you. And started out with a slight cold, took a turn Tuesday, body aches and chills. That's the worst. I literally hate being sick. There's nothing I hate more than being sick. Like top 5 most hated things in the history of the universe is to be sick. Okay, slay. Let's get it on and pop in because Lord knows no one wants to sit here all day and watch me do a whole lot of nothing. So taxes, Claude. And good because nobody wants to know about that. And we'll exit out of that, we'll exit out of that, we'll exit out of that, we'll exit out of that. And we'll get it on and poppin'. Okay. Everybody, I already started in a chat and it gave me like an idea because I was like, all right, let's make sure that this is a plausibility. And then I want it to pull all of like real data. Let me actually fix this way that this camera's a little bit lower. Made so much of a difference. So I was like, basically, I was just like, okay, so I'm doing my vibe code and vibes. I want to be able to do this. Can I do this? And it was like, oh my God, you're so smart, Tiana. Our anti-MLM has this many members alone. And I was like, okay, yeah, but girl, also, I already used to make anti-MLM content. And it was like, that context is huge. And I love how it brought out Kiki and Kimberlea era anti-MLM world because I said, oh, I got in some anti-MLM and drama with Kimberlea. And so yeah, loves all my concepts. It did some research for me already, but let's make sure. And then I also was like, okay, I don't want to say like exactly who here that I was who exactly I'm going to be referencing the payment structures of, but if you can just imagine like some large hair care anti-MLMs, some large essential oil MLMs, possibly something weight loss, some pills or some vitamins. So we're going to call this a downline dilemma. It gave us like a basic little like idea. And I was like, okay, so at first glance, this is like our first little thing where you choose which MLM you want to join. And again, this is real data. I'd like to point out this is real data. So we'll have like how much does the kit cost? How much do you have to spend a month? How is their you're right, I know. Ooh, the excitement. How their payment structure actually is set up. What does that look like? We'll discuss the different types of payment structures that exist, and then we'll maybe add some educational value to it. And then I wanted to make it so people could choose based off of the city, because I mean, hypothetically, we know that like five people can't find five people, can't find five people, can't find five people. Like it just doesn't work. So we have seen that, like that little tree, that visualization. So I was wanting to create something where you kind of show like you and your downline, if you're both in the same city, like you physically can't be successful. And if you and your downline are both in the same city and you're both recruiting, how many people do you really have to recruit to be able to turn a profit? And so this one started, so it says again, it's data is sourced from, looks like I disappeared. Okay, why you would do that, camera? Don't do this to me. I don't know if that's working again. Girl, what a ridiculously annoying thing. So let's just turn this back on and transition this for the second, so that I'm like not just gone into the ether. And I'll figure that out in a second, because Lord knows I just don't have the patience or the energy to do that right now. So so we choose one, and you could choose your city. So if we were in San Diego, there's 1.4 million people that live in San Diego. We'll have to check all of this data and make sure that it's all sound. But hypothetically, we would start recruiting. I'm not sure what this means. So again, we'll work out all the bugs. This is just step number one. And we'll continue to iterate. So if you guys have ideas, let me know. So your welcome future CEO, your empire starts now. See how long until your city runs out of people when you build your downline. So this one is very like, bleh. You just kind of click a button, like you just recruit to the next level. Okay, it just shows like the next level. So you recruit 5 people and there is 1.4 million people left in your city. You are making, hypothetically, once you have recruited that many people at base level, $33.60, but you spent $183 on your product. And so really at the end of the day, you still have a net profit loss and you are not making any money. And so the next level, you recruited 4 people and your team also recruited all of the people that they needed to recruit. So you're at the second level. There's actually a team, or was a team, called the Empire in the Oh, okay, that's hilarious. Your empire, the empire. That's one thing that the MLM thing is so funny, is that there's always these teams, these team names. Like, you guys, come on. Even at the second round, you're still not turning a profit. So how many people are under you until you start to turn a profit is got to be the real question. And I again, we're gonna check that all of this is like valid. This is round number 1, but I did ask it to be sure, and it was like no, that's right. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. So round 2, level 3, you've got 85 people recruited. This is if they get 4 and those 4 get 4 and all of them get their 4. And then the next round, it gets smaller. So you've got 341 people. And then by level 5, you would need to have 1.4K people in your downline. Level 6, 5.5K. Level 7, 21K. And at this point, you're finally making $5,000 a month. And now at level 8, you're finally making $6,000 a month. It's like all that for $6,000 a month. Come on, you guys. And now you're at 25% of the full population of San Diego to get to level 9. And you got 1 million people left. Now, good thing that they can recruit nationally. So you might see, I know, right? 85, I know, truly. It's actually insane. Like, we need people. You are under spells, people. At level 10, you actually are out of everybody in San Diego that you could plausibly recruit if you work for this hair care company. There is nobody left to recruit if your team is all doing as they should and they are recruiting as many people as they should. Because if they're in your downline, are you encouraging them to recruit? Likely, because you're going to make more money, and you want to grow your quote unquote business. And so let's see the cold hard truth. San Diego ran up people at level 10 and you only made $9,169 and you earned the top person earned $1,358 a month and we spent $1,000. So your odds of profiting are worse than a single bet at the roulette table. Mind you guys, I'm not brainwashing this to give me this information. It is giving me real stats and real data. And so we could do this again with any city, with any of these payment structures, but let's go ahead and just get started and let's take this off of Claude desktop when I was arrested for, interesting. We'll Google that while this is doing the build. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask my Claude to provide me a downloadable package that we can take off of here. We will go and launch it in a terminal and we will put it up in a local hosting environment, and then we'll start iterating on it by vibe coding and asking it to change certain things. And we will, right now for me, right off the bat, I'd like it to be a bit more visual and a bit more interactive. Like I think that, okay, just clicking the button to recruit to the next level. I think it would be fun if maybe there was choices still that we had. It was kind of like a choose your adventure game even, where you have the choice to possibly message everybody on Facebook or something like that. Like, and then maybe in messaging everybody on Facebook, you got like an extra recruit or something like that. I don't know, just whatever you can do. So you can kind of maybe have like a choose your battle game or like a choose your adventure type game. And I mean, spoiler alert, in the end, you're still going to lose. But maybe it could get it through to people that it actually doesn't matter which adventure you choose, because in the end of the adventure, your pockets are going to be dry. So that could be fun. So let's tell it to because I said to it, I said, so this is for a single person. It doesn't take into account if they recruit to their downline has to recruit over. So how does the math break? And it was like, you're asking the right question. The math actually is cascading. Each time we click recruit next level, it represents everyone at the current level recruiting their required number. So level 1 is 4 recruits. Level 2 is those recruits recruiting 4, level 3, etc. and so on. So the UI doesn't make it visible enough, which is what I had addressed. So every single person in the downline is also paying their monthly minimum product minimum. They're also trying to recruit and they're also losing money. So right now the preview only shows like mine as the game player's financial position. So with the full build, we could surface how much money everybody in the pyramid actually was spending, how many people in their downline were profiting versus losing, where is the money flowing, so how are those commissions paid out versus the total amount spent, and then this is the real gut punch. It's not just that you ran out of people. It's that 4,000 people spent a combined $336,000 on a product this month, and 97% of them made less than they spent, while the top 3 people split the commission pool. So, and then also this will take into consideration, when did you actually start? Because we all know that if you start later and you're not in it at the ground up, like if I was to go start this amazing hair care company that's so good, well, there's already actually a lot of people in there. So what does that mean for me now that I was not able to get in at the ground floor? I know, very painful, super painful numbers. So let us get into it. Let's see. Oh, I also installed this thing on my computer since a vibe coder also got into one of my lives, and he was like, hey, there's this like voice diction thing and I have an app and you can get it. And I was like, okay, cool. Let me do that. And then I was like, wait a minute, I can do that myself. I can put that on my, I can put that on my, I can put that on my computer as a shortcut. So let's do this. Hello, can you hear me, Queen? Can you hear me, Queen? All right, the answer is the Queen could not hear me. So massive fail immediately right from the jump, but that's a-okay. I guess that is what it is. But let's try that again. I'm like, girl, is it because I have all these things hooked in? Can you hear me? All right, looks like I might have to hit this guy up for his app. All right, and I'm gonna assume it's because it's not connected to whichever microphone, or it's not able to like pick it up. But like, come on, girl. So great. Can you create a zip package to launch this in a local hosting environment from the computer? I will move this over to Claude Code. Can you please provide the research backed data inside the package so that Code has access to this information before you build? Let me know what your sources are. Please only use credible, peer-reviewed, or first-hand studies of actual data from MLM participants. Please use real payment and recruiting structures from actual MLMs. Please do a hair care company. Wink, wink. Monat. All right. Wink, wink. And an essential oils. Wink, wink. What's the oil one? I already forgot, so maybe don't say it in the chat, but I'll just be like, wink, wink, you know who. Let's also add in a legging brand that rhymes with Moularo. And then also let's do Scamway, and also let's do It Doesn't Work, just because I have some ties. If you catch my drift. I hope it does, because I'm like, it's going to be like, what? I don't even know what companies you're talking about, girl, so you got to be more clear. If you catch my drift. Thanks. Also, please use the most up-to-date data, and also please ask clarifying questions before you build. I want it interactive, but also I kind of think I want to have a choose your own, I hate typing, adventure game, and in the end, maybe the decisions could have some impact, but ultimately, let's have the odds of actually coming out on top, the same odds that exist in real life. So 1 in 100 chance, if not less, of succeeding. And also define success in these instances. Let's see what we get there, because I literally don't know. And then while it does that, it might ask me some clarifying questions. So let's, how do I just, anytime I want to open it, here we go. I'm picking up what you're putting down. There we go. See, I knew my Claude was a genius, a true genius. Okay, so while we're here, let's look up Monat owner hits person with car. Bye. That's hilarious. Get out of here. Monat co-founder Luis Urdaneta was arrested. I mean, not for the person. Sorry. Not for the person, but like, come on. Intentionally hitting a construction worker with his Rolls Royce. The victim reported that Urdaneta looked directly at him, motioned for him to move, and then drove into him. Though the coworker reported no physical injuries, Urdaneta claimed the coworker jumped in front of his car. That's so funny. Bond was set at $5,000. Not him in cuffs. What? I love how dramatic they needed to make it too. Struck him with his Rolls Royce. It wasn't he hit him with his car. He struck him with his Rolls Royce. They needed to make sure we knew he had a Rolls Royce. Wow. He sucks. Anyways. Okay, so let's see what it says. So all first party federal data, which at this day and age, anybody could maybe make the claim that federal data isn't that good either, but I think these are reports. So FTC 2024 staff report analyzing 70 MLM income disclosures, so straight from the FTC. Consumer Awareness Institute study of 500 plus MLMs. Oh, John Taylor, we do like him. He's good. He's smart. Submitted to the FTC. Okay. And then we've got our FTC consumer advice page on MLM disclosures. Great. Consumer.ftc.gov. Okay. Does Wikipedia count as a first source? When I was younger, they said Wikipedia doesn't count. Glow Hair Care. We are going to use the company's own 2024 income disclosure statement. So there we go. The average annual income for all participants, $758. I wonder, is that in lifetime, a month? We're going to need some dates on that. And then directly, we will have their direct compensation plan for 2024. So if anybody says, and you didn't use the right data, I'll say, well, according to my calculations, this was taken directly from the website. Oh, perfect. So we've got our company's opportunity earnings disclosure for our essential oils company. We've got the company's own compensation plan. I just want to stress this. We are taking the real compensation plans and the real structure, the real payment structure. And then, let's see. I don't know if this is a source, third-party detailed plan review. We'll have to check that out. Leggings Luxe. Yeah, that's what I thought. They figured it out. Okay, gross average profit. Okay. Oh, okay. See, it looks like this one might be popping out. Oops. Washington State AG lawsuit. That's so funny. Not funny, but like, you know what I mean. Global Life. Perfect. Scamway. So 32% had no sales, 32% no earnings. Talented Ladies Club. Are we going to count that as a source? We'll see. We'll see if we can find more sources. And then Body Boom. Skit works. So yeah, let's see. So we'll ask it if we fully consider, I would consider a good source, the direct website, the FTC's website, any sort of like real data produced by the company, things like that. Clarifying questions. So 2 more things. The 1 in 100 chance. The real data actually supports something like 1 in 250 or 1. It's like, oh, you actually wanted to give them better chances. So let me actually let you know that the chances that you wanted to give them are actually too good. They're too good. So we need to make these chances worse. I was like, oh, please. So in the 1 in 100 chance, okay, yeah, do the real chances. Actual odds are even worse. Good. And then on the adventure choices. So every scenario in the game is something that's been documented that has actually happened. Yes, we want that. No exaggeration. Real stories are already wild enough. Facts. Each choice should have a real financial consequence that feeds into the math engine. Love it. So yeah, let's do that. So we want choose your own adventure. How do we want it to relate? So, choose your own adventure is the main experience. I think that's what I would like to see. But let's see. What does this say? What is it? What does this say? I need to read the whole thing. So choose your own adventure, linear story with branching choices, simulator first, choose your own adventure is a separate mode. Yeah, no, we just want to just choose your own adventure and then blend them. Adventure narrative wraps around the simulator mechanics. I think it's 3 that I want, actually. So I think I want to blend them. How should we define success in the game? What counts as winning? Earning more than you spend each month, net positive. Replacing a part-time job. Okay, so the data that it gave me before, it said that you would be better off just getting a part-time job at like minimum wage because you're going to probably make more money than if you do that. So we have a couple choices. Winning could be, are you breaking even? So did you make any money net positive at all? You've won the game, which could be easier. The goal, right, that people want is when they do this is financial freedom. Usually people with this in mind say, I want to be able to provide for my family. I want to be able to not go into an office anymore. I want to be able to work when I want, why I want, from my phone, anytime, anywhere. And so I could even work on vacation. I could even work from the hospital bed after I delivered my baby. If you guys know, you know. Some of those people thought that was a really serious flex. And it was like, you guys, again, you people are under spells. Why would working after you gave birth, 5 minutes after you gave birth, be good? A good company would not require that you do that, and you would not need to keep up the charade to keep making money. It's just kind of ridiculous. So let's say winning is just replacing a full-time job because that is the goal. But also, some girls could be like, well, no, that wasn't my goal. I didn't want to replace my full-time job. I just wanted to be able to I wanted to just make the same amount so that I was just making it to repurchase my own product. What if they said that? They're like, well, no, it just allows me to just buy my own product. So I don't have to spend. So let's just do earning more than you spend each month. Let's just say you're just going to make some money. Can you make any money? And then actually, let's go back. How can I go back? Can we say earning more than you spend each month, but let's have like, if there's like a 1 in whatever many chance that you could replace your full-time job. Like let's do earning more than you spend each month, but also let's have one standout, OMG, you did it, you made it to full financial freedom. Usually the goal, but unrealistic. You know what? They're going to be like, no, you're adding in too many asides. So we'll just say financial freedom. Because I'll be like, well, that's unrealistic. They'll be like, well, you guided it to make it unrealistic. Oh, did I? Okay. So let's see what it says there. And then for the choose your own adventure choices, what types of real MLM scenarios should they say? So investing savings in a more inventory, 100%. Skip your friend's birthday to do a Facebook live sale. Hilarious. Cold DM 50 strangers on Instagram. Iconic. Host a party where nobody shows up. I'm sure it's happened. Buy the premium training package from your upline, 100%. Pressure a family member to join your downline, yes. Let's add also, what's some other things that they've definitely done? Let's do purchasing from yourself or your team member to help your team hit a certain rank, because that happens and it's kind of like, girls, are you not realizing the absolute insanity of what that is? You're buying from you're to hit the rank. Like, so let's do that one. And also let's do what's some other MLM things. If you guys got any in the chat, feel free. We can always add in more too. Choose your choices. Let's also do the tricking someone into being pitched by opening up vaguely and asking them if they've ever considered doing something else for income. Archetyping. I still have just not figured out what is the best way to display Okay. So every single one of those scenarios documented in lawsuits, vague DM opener, chef's kiss. Thank you for tooting my horn. This is going to be so good. Confirmed. So we're using real odds from each company's own data, worse than 1 in 100, 2 success tiers. So you could either be net positive, so you could earn more than you spend, which is still rare, or you could get financial freedom and you could replace your full-time income. Astronomically rare, like hitting the jackpot. This is from 2026 though, so this is pretty new. So this would be under the assumption that we're going to trust his breakdown of this oil company's compensation plan. This is so ridiculous. I think this is one of the sources that we used. From 2024. Yeah. The report found that income disclosure statement showed most participants made $1,000 or less per year. That's less than $84 a month, and that may not account for expenses. In at least 17 MLMs, most participants didn't make money at all, which again, this is well commonly known knowledge. I think especially if you're like an anti-MLM watcher, like you definitely knew about this already. So, I don't know. It's like what would make somebody realize that it's not going to work? I think unfortunately people just trust their friend. They trust whoever told them a little bit too much. They want to believe too, especially the economy is super weird. So people are saying, this is something that they're going to be able to do on the side to make a little bit of extra money. But it's like, you guys, start an actual real business on the side, and then you will likely turn more of a profit. And wouldn't you rather go through all that struggle? Like if you're going to DM 50 people, at least don't embarrass yourself and DM them about Monat. Like at least just message them and say, I started my own thing. Make your own hair care oil. Make your own, I don't know, body scrub. I don't know. I would much rather get a DM from you that says, hey, I started my own body scrub line and I just launched them on Etsy and I'm selling them for $18 a scrub. I'd love it if you would consider heading over to my Etsy, and if you'd like to support me, I just launched this, whatever. I am probably much more inclined to want to support you and want to see you succeed. If you message me about your MLM, I'm literally thinking not only get out of my DMs, but I'm probably thinking, oh gosh, I need to remove this person politely from my circle, because nobody in my circle would do that, but I'd probably be like, oh, respectfully, are you being serious, girl? Get out of my DMs. Okay, so compacting, building our full package. Let us see. I have been really pushing the bounds with my time tracking thing. That's going super awesome. Very proud of that. I'll maybe vibe code and vibe that later in the week and show some progress on that. I need this to go faster. Ooh. I need the. I was like, I was trying to see. Okay, whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Now I see what it looks like on the actual computer, which is good to see. Let's go. Build the package. And I mean, if it's really amazing, then maybe we can make it a live website. So what I want to do though is actually, let's go over to Canva and get our characters, because I said I wanted to make SpongeBob and Patrick the main characters. So let's get some, let's just create like some little people. Let's just put them on an Instagram size, and then we'll let Claude resize and do whatever it needs to do for them. Let's go and type in SpongeBob and Patrick images. Actually, well, let's just do SpongeBob by himself. Which one? A classic? Let's just... Somebody's gonna be like, that's copyright. It's called fair use. Never heard of that before? Is it going? Is it removing the background? What is going on? Oh, maybe it needed the actual image in here before I could just like remove the background. It's going slow. I don't know. We'll give it a chance. Okay, so that did not work as... Oh! Did it? Or was I wrong? I'm so... I don't know. Alright, new picture. This one's like already gone. The background's literally already gone. But he's blurry in that one. Straight from the Nickelodeon website. We'll try this one. Are you sure? Are we sure? Oh, okay, no. He was gone. Okay, cool. So, Spongebob. Oops. And we'll add Patrick. We'll see what's going on over here. It's still building our package, so don't worry, folks, which I know people were super worried that it was not building the package anymore. Let's do this one. And the background's already gone, so perfect. And then let's add everyone from town. Sandy cheeks. What's that down there? Something little Spongebob. That one's just gonna be good enough, I think. All right, SpongeBob branding. Who else? Okay, so let's go Mr. Krabs. And then let's do... Oh, we got to do Gary for sure. I just... Good enough. It's like they're just like all different quality. I don't really care. The goal is speed to getting to what we're doing, not I guess perfection. And then what's that guy? Larry the Lobster. Perfect. He looks really blurry. Oh, okay. And then we'll make the rest of the town, like all the millions of people, we'll just like make them one anchovy. Let's get the last two people. We'll get Plankton. And then we'll get oops. We'll get Gary. And maybe you choose your character. Oops. Okay, so we'll, oh wait, I forgot to get an anchovy. Spongebob, anchovy. It's the whole city of San Diego. I don't know if this is gonna work. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, good enough. Let's see what's going on over here. It's still orchestrating this game, so it's looks like it's going to be a pretty intricate game here, but we'll find out. So we've got all of our enough SpongeBob. Am I missing anybody? Pearl. All right, so we will download all of these and we'll just give them all a little name. You've got 10 characters to choose from. Oh God, am I high? I must be. Squidward? What in the hell? Why? I'm so inclined to choose handsome Squidward. I don't know why. I wish I could explain. Oops. Oops. Oh, okay. Looked like that worked. Good enough. Okay, let's re-download that package. All 11 pictures. Good. Transparent. Download. Okay. Perfect. So it looks like my package is ready to launch it. It'll open it. What Claude code gets access? Okay, we know what Claude code gets access to. We'll download this, and we'll download this. And I think I need... Okay, so let's go into our terminal and start live coding and see what we get. Oh, let's open up, let's actually exit this one. So that's my vibe code for my other project that I was working on. So we'll just wrap that up and exit. Resume with Claude resume. Okay, so I don't know, just unresume itself. Where is my open a new window? I don't know, just whatever. Okay, so let's open Claude Fresh. Thanks, Queen. Yes, I trust this folder. Slay. Well, let's think. Do we want to go high effort for the hardest of tasks or medium effort for balancing efficiency and intelligence? Um, well, maybe because we are, oh, okay, all right, just kidding. It took away my option, so I guess it's just made the choice. We're going with the highest path of thinking. Why would we want anything less? Let's see, just so you guys can see a little bit more of what's going on here. Okay, so let's just drag and drop and get it on and pop in so we can finally actually see something in front of our face that isn't me making anything on Canva. Research, download dilemma, downline dilemma. Actually, we'll open this. We gotta name our guys. Actually gonna bother me if Plankton's the only one with a capital P, so thanks. Rename anchovy. Anchovies. Pearl. Squidward. Let's also do, let's see. Actually, yeah, we'll just do website hero section. I just want like the background. And then let's go bikini bottom sky. This one. Is there somebody in the sky in that one? We'll do. Let's see how this looks when we actually add it. Like, does it mess with the actual visual? Is it good enough? I think this is good enough. For me, at least. Actually, we'll call this Bikini Bottom Land. Okay, so and that folder, is it all of these guys? Yep. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that. Okay, do this build. The characters are Spongebob, so I want you to choose a character when you start the game. The setting is Bikini Bottom to begin, but please keep the other populations. It is still supposed to be in a like numerically correct. I don't know. And sound. Add the word. It's supposed to be numerically correct and sound. Okay, API error, authentication, new token, refresh. Ugh, God, I gotta log in. They're gonna make me log in. Okay, that's fine. Get on this side. I authorize. Login successful. Okay, copy. Press enter to continue. Can it pick up where I left off? Can you read what I said before, girl? Okay, stewing, doing, brewing. Living in the sunlight. La 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 la, having a wonderful time. I think that's because I'm trying to. Look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that. So what it's doing now is reading through all of the source files, and it is going to start building so that we can open it up. And then once we open it up, that's kind of like the more exciting visual part, because it's kind of not as exciting to watch just like words on screen. And then once we get the visual, we will be able to iterate on it. Today I got to do something pretty exciting. I am going to be in a social media campaign, like as an extra. I'm not allowed to say what social media campaign it is until the 26th. So give it 13 days, everybody, and I will come back and talk about the social media campaign that I got to be an extra in randomly. It was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. And I'm going to be all over San Diego. So, yeah. Having a wonderful time. In the meantime, we could look at other stuff. What's going on with anti-MLM news? Anything? You just Google anti-MLM news. Yes, this was the first piece of news that we got to discover. Primerica Hun, husband coworker, tries to recruit me by insulting me. Ooh. Yesterday was the most disrespectful thing to ever happen to me. I was just trying to help you since husband mentioned it, and this is how you treat me. I don't even understand my husband's with you. You are a bit. Ooh, damn. Excuse me? Let's sort by most recent, though. Not best. We want new news while this is going. Let's see. We're still building, so. gotta keep going in the meantime. Honestly, I really have not been super keeping tabs on what's going on in anti-MLM over the past, I don't know, however much. I just like, I know it's bad. I know it's not good. But I don't know. I was just like, I don't know that I want to do reaction videos anymore. And to be 100% honest, my laptop had broke and I was trying to edit videos. I went from editing videos on iMovie, which was super easy for me, very easy, whatever. And then my laptop broke and I got a new laptop and I got a Microsoft. And I was trying to edit my videos with Premiere Pro. And I lost like an hour-long video that I spent like 3 or 4 days editing twice. And after the second time, I cried. I straight up cried. I did not know how to save or get the video back or anything. And I was like PO'd at Premiere Rush. At the time, I didn't know. I have since figured out how to use Premiere Pro and Premiere Rush. But when I very first switched, I was like, I got so flustered. I lost it twice and I cried. And I was just like, I never, I think, posted or filmed another video again. That was the end of it. So happy to be just popping in and doing some nonsense. But I thought, why, I already have a community that does care about this. So how can I combine the things that I already know how to do and just do it? But my goal really, like my long-term goal, is to actually help people, like make money, like empower you. Like if you can see that you're not going to make money here, but you really do have sales drive, you have the chutzpah to make it. You're somebody that would already just cold DM 50 people. Like you're already a sales development rep, girl. Like why don't you go put in that overtime? You would be better like putting in that overtime at a tech company, or I don't even know, again, like I said, starting your own thing, make your own product. Granted, you would still have to have, create inventory, sell it, start a brand, run ads, and maybe you look at the cost of starting your company and you can at least figure out how much you need to break even. You're not going to really know. Well, to break even, you're going to need to see how many thousands of people you're going to need to recruit and sell to, versus to break even for something like, even if you did digital products, you might not even need to carry an inventory or make anything physical. Like you could quite literally sell, maybe you make digital calendars. I don't know. You would probably make more money if you took that $85 or whatever, or $99 that you would need to put into your inventory and spent that money on ads. You probably also would make more sales. So just some food for thought. Thrive. Come on, thrive. It's ridiculous. Been taking my daily vitamins and my anxiety medicine. What wonders bother have been. I can't avoid all flus, colds. Eventually my time will come. My immune system isn't the best. My sister needs this, apparently. Just kidding. So far, God's only blessed me with a runny nose. Prayers to anyone who's sick or not doing good. I'm alive, I'm healthy, and I'm happy. Oh, pause for me. How do I do this? I'm looking forward to seeing this, but yeah, it's going to take some time. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. I sell Monat Thrive part-time online, college part-time. I work full-time. Girl. If I can do it, you can too. Stop doubting your potential. Happy Friday. No, not the support your friends, family, and anything they do. No, absolutely not. See, this is what I'm talking about. Support your friends, family, and anything they do. What's your side hustle? Let's support each other's businesses. What do the people have to say? She usually copy pastes the upline stuff, then modifies it to add in spelling mistakes and bad grammar. It's so funny. It's so crazy. Small Biz Friday. She'd have much better luck with hashtags if she used actual words other humans would search. That's so funny. What's the hashtag? But it seems like the general consensus is people know who this person is. Excuse me. So, a hun who switched from network marketing, they were going to change the world, and it was her mission to bring it to the people, to doing digital course reselling. Now she's saying she has multiple businesses and multiple streams of income. Doing what? No idea, but let's be real. If any of them provided ample money, you wouldn't need to do multiple. But how is this any easier than just having a job with a schedule and paid time off and insurance and retirement? She also said she was recently in the ER, and all I could think is like, how in the hell did she pay for it? It's a good question. And I mean, she could be on her husband's insurance for all we know. Um, yeah, this is so funny. This is what I was saying. They're bragging about working in the hospital or right after giving birth. So weird. It's like, it is not, it's literally, this is exact, this, me and this person are locked in. It's not the, well, I'm sure everybody on it, we're all locked in, but it is not the flex you think it is. My evil corporate job paid me to stay home and heal for 12 weeks after giving birth. So funny. Selling an actual product to so many people that you can actually make is almost impossible unless you're on the top and in the upline of a massive downline. When the hun realizes that this business doesn't work, yep, again, we all agree. We all agree. Wait, what? Okay, wait. I'm a senior automation engineer with over 15 years in software. Alongside my tech career, I've been actively building additional income streams. With everything going on lately, layoffs, inflation, and the rapid changes AI is bringing, it just made sense to explore ways to create more stability outside the traditional 9 to 5. Okay. Oh no. Okay, so I've been learning from experienced entrepreneurs who built real sustainable businesses beyond corporate life. Having access to their insights and systems has made the process far less overwhelming and a lot more practical. I'm sorry, but if you are a senior automation engineer with 15 years in software, I'm sorry, but what makes you an automation engineer? And from my understanding, because this is what I do for work, I don't know if anybody, I guess just give people an update on like what's Tiana been doing and what does she do? I work for small businesses, tech companies, B2B, doing internal automations, but like not just automation. Well, I do everything. Like I do marketing, blog writing, just like social media management, but I do a lot of like rev ops type things where I will talk with sales and I'll talk with the development team or I'll talk with multiple people, and then what sort of things can we automate? How can we make your life easier? Or like when the sales team is doing like like sending out proposals, setting up the automated system for like triggers for when proposals go out or when automated emails go out or things like that. A lot of like user journeys, user automations, go like when this happens, this does this, then this happens and this does this for internal businesses. So if you already have that experience, this is where I'm going with this. I promise I'm yapping about it. If you already have that experience, what are you learning from, I guess, like maybe to be out on your own, the experienced entrepreneur, but having access to their insights and systems has made this process. Like, aren't you already a systems person? So, what do you mean what's possible with the right guidance? You're an automation engineer. You already are in tech. Like, wouldn't you already know that a lot of things are possible? I personally, again, this guy, this person would be better off on getting on Upwork and offering his 15 fucking years of automation experience to a company and then charging them $5,000. Like, I don't get what, sir, go be an entrepreneur doing what you already do. Why? What is he selling? I haven't even, well, and by we, some of probably maybe anybody who's even on this has read to the bottom already. I have not read to the bottom, so I don't know what this guy does. But what is he selling? He probably should just sell his automation engineer experience, but let's continue on. Yes and no. I'm just saying yes to my Claude because I just want to get to like something we can see. But as I connect with a few people in my network, I thought you might be someone who would appreciate this kind of discussion. I believe having a proper conversation is more effective than exchanging messages back and forth here. So if you're open to it, I would be happy to set up a Zoom to discuss further. Okay, so we don't even get what he's from. That's another thing that they'll do is they will never tell you what it is up front, because if you knew what it was up front, you wouldn't want to do it. So if I have to not tell you what it is up front, and knowing that you're not going to want to do it if I tell you what it is up front, why would you want to work there? Come on, you guys. Okay, so here's what we've got. Everything builds clean, and here's what my Claude has built. The Downline Dilemma, Bikini Bottom Edition. So there's a character selection. You can pick from Spongebob, Patrick, Squidward, Sandy, Mr. Krabs, or Plankton. Each has a personality description, a signature quote about why they join an MLM. Character avatar follows you through the entire game. Love. Bikini Bottom setting, so 5 underwater locations. Bikini Bottom has 50K, Rock Bottom has 12K, New Kelp City has 200K, Base Vegas 85K, Tentacle Acres 8K. All real US cities still available, toggled under show real US cities. Custom city input still works. Love. So SpongeBob visual theme, so ocean blue gradient background, animated floating bubbles, bikini bottom background image, and the ocean floor. Underwater color palette, ocean blues, sandy yellows, kelp greens, Fredoka 1 display font for that SpongeBob adjacent feel. Glass morphism card effects, frosted glass. Okay. SpongeBob flavored scenarios. So all 9 months of scenarios rewritten with bikini bottom references. Kelp net, boat gram, conch phones, jellyfishing trips, male whales. Relationship losses reference SpongeBob universe, conch calls, kelp net, go lagoon. Recruitment messages are SpongeBob themed, so even Gary seems impressed. Meow, tartar sauce, you recruited everyone. And then what's changed? So numerically correct in sound. So all 5 MLM archetypes with identical real-world financial data. So again, just because we're a SpongeBob does not mean that the data is not real. It is real financial data that we are using to build this game. We are using real models to build this game. All commission structures and odds come from real income disclosures from the real companies. So we are not making up the odds that you will come out successful from joining any of these particular MLMs. All of the sources are cited with FTC data, and we will get financial consequences for each scenario, game over statistics, and comparisons. So to run it, let's run it. Okay, and then let's see, what business this is. Oh, Amway, of course. And not only that, it said it took him 4 calls to get to this. What? Contacted by someone asking to get to know each other, so I wasn't against it. On the second call, he brought his mentor. In total, we had about 4 calls. They made me read books like the. Wait, why would you read the books? See, we need to be better at just being like, what is it that you are trying to sell me, brother? Because this is getting ridinky donkey. Can I copy this? I don't know if it's going to let me. Yes. Oh. Site can't be reached. Oh, sorry guys, didn't catch the conversation. Um, it's like a Grammarly advert. That's so funny. Okay, so let's see. So why do I have no viewers? You know what? Who knows? Just nobody wants to watch, but I'm not pressed. I'm just here hanging out, yip yapping, chip chapping for fun. And if you build it, they will come. Um, and then let's see. So many security bugs. Vibe coding is very dangerous. That's so funny. Mine did have a lot of security bugs, but you can, if you know what you're doing, the good thing is you tell it early on, like this is, I want to make sure that you don't do these certain things. Um, let's see, ask AI. What should I ask AI? What should I ask it? Let's see. All right. The Downline Dilemma Bikini Bottom Edition. But actually I have the font from there's let's switch it immediately before we get into it. I know which font I'd like to change it to because it's the one that I used for my thumbnail. And it's Spongebob. Oh, yeah, no, I have no idea what it's doing. No, I have no idea. I'm like, yep, go for it. But what I do is I then I today like I bounce them off of each other and like I ask it like to surface all of the security risks. Oh yeah, for sure. But again, it's that's the point is you are learning, but even though I don't understand, Claude understands enough. And for basic things like this game, a website, I guess, I mean like how many if people really I guess hack don't please don't hack my website. But yeah, that's the point. That's the point. We're vibe coding. Um Well, here's the thing. Who did I sell a flawed program or service to? Because if you look at anything I built on this channel, I haven't sold a flawed program or service to anybody. I've just been making my own personal time tracker, which is just me building it on live, and this game, which is right here in my local host. So, yeah, and again, the whole point of this is to learn together and to learn that you can still do it. And if everybody got upset with the first person that tried to do something new and wanted to learn, well, then nobody would do anything. So, but I do appreciate your concern. So anyways, let's see here. We've got our font that we want to do, which is this one here. Sometime later. Okay. It worked. Oh, I forgot to say it worked. Sorry, don't do that. Oh, okay, it opened it up on another one. Should have read what it said first. Oh, no, it's fine. Okay. Gotta give it a chance to respond. All right, glad it's working. How's it looking? Looks good at first. Let's change the heading of the Downline Dilemma to, what was that called again? I already forgot. Sometime later font. Oop. Okay, whatever. Let's see. I am a cheat. Well, that's okay. And again, anybody can learn how to do anything that they want to do. This is life. So again, if you think I'm a cheat, that's great. I actually am, again, I work in marketing as a marketing strategist. I build websites for people regularly. I manage people's automations. I set up databases for people. I set up integrations for people. So again, just because I don't know how to code and I don't know how to read coding language does not know that I don't know how to build systems and that I don't, again, know enough to know what I'm doing. And if people want to learn how to vibe code, there's plenty of early stage beginner vibe coders who are just learning. So again, it's really no sweat off my back. I haven't taught anybody to make anything that they should bring to market. I am making an anti-MLM game based off of real data that we are using for the purpose of entertainment. But again, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, do that. No, oh wait, see, I'm like, see, now actually this man did get me frustrated. Also, this person was nice the first time that they came by. They were like from the UK, this open root person. They were nice the first time. They were like, I'm in the UK. Maybe I'll see you later. Bye. And now, and mind you, this person is like a 15 years like developer who has not used AI. So I guess he's just learning to start using AI, and now he's frustrated that I used AI. Okay, so no, sorry. The name of the font is called Sometime Later. It can be found in Canva, unsure where else. Psh, that's like a pirate font. Search the web, please. Okay, so sometime later, it changed the name from the Downline Dilemma to Sometime Later. Got it. Sometime Later is the actual Spongebob font. Yes. Also, I gave them pictures for SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs. So I want those pictures to be there instead of a random icon. Okay. Okay, and then change the name back to the Downline Dilemma. So we would choose our character. So who's going to get recruited into an MLM today? So we've got all the different reasons why. Let's see, GitHub, sometime later, font. Let's check. Cool. So Now we have Spongebob, who is eternally optimistic fry cook who believes hard work and a positive attitude can achieve anything. The perfect MLM target. True. Patrick, he joined because Spongebob was doing it. He doesn't fully understand what he signed up for, but the free samples were nice. Squidward, he was skeptical from day one, but he is desperate to fund his clarinet career and escape the Krusty Krab. Regrets everything already. Womp womp. Sandy, she is a scientist who thinks she can outsmart the math with data analysis and optimization. She cannot. Math doesn't care about your PhD. Mr. Krabs. No, it's not, but maybe I'll refresh. But anyways, so Mr. Krabs, where did he go? Okay. So loves money more than oxygen. The MLM pitch about unlimited passive income was literally all he needed to hear. And Plankton, he has run 1,000 schemes himself. Figured an MLM would be easy money. Turns out being the mark feels different than being the mastermind. Okay, so no, oh, yes, it did. Yes, it did. There we go. Great. The font worked. Next, can you change the icons to the images that I included from the uploads? There is one for each character. Their name as the file. I like the little bubbles. That was a nice touch. So Rick was in the commercial today. Oh yeah, I was allowed to say it's a commercial. I just wasn't allowed to say what it's for, but Rick was in the commercial today. And my friend was like, do you think Rick knew what was going on? No, girl. Rick did not know what was going on. Why, how would he know he was in a commercial? No Sandy image. I called it Sandy Cheeks, I thought. Okay, well, I guess it's just gonna swap them. Thanks for making that call, girl. Womp, womp, womp. Perfect. Cute. Much better. So now we have our characters. That's kind of hard to read down there too. So let's see. The text at the bottom is a little hard to read in white. Can you make it a dark blue? Or no, let's make it pink. Make it a Patrick pink and the links yellow as they are. Let's see how that works. And then I would like to have some distinction also between Patrick and Pearl. So I think I'm going to have it to make Pearl more like a fuchsia, like a dark fuchsia purpley color. Can you make pearls color a darker fuchsia or purpley color just to get some difference between her and Patrick? I'm actually kind of insulted that the random man called me a cheat. I'm like, you don't know anything about me, sir, or anything that I know how to do. You're just seeing me just on live making a local host website, which also too, again, I know enough of what I'm doing to do what I'm doing. And if anybody wants to learn anything, they can learn whatever the fuck they want. I'm gonna grab my headphones. I'm trying to think where they are. I actually am unsure, but I do not like to sit in silence. It's kind of like, now I'm like, ugh, I hate being in silence, so I'll be right back. Oh wait, all changes. Perfect. And pearls, this and this and this and this and this and this. Plankton and Squidward are a little close too. Can you make Squidward a little more teal, maybe? Just to kind of like set some difference up. All right, I'll be right back. I am going to look for my headphones, which are, where are they? Ricky Ricardo. Ricky Ricardo. Ricky, do you know where my headphones are, my son? I'm actually not sure. Oh, I think I do know. Oh, just kidding, I do not know. Okay, so I think that mission might have to end because I don't actually know where they are, so Neato potato, but like, where are they? I swear I saw them. I don't know. Okay, so Squidward's brighter. Perfect. Okay, you know what? I guess I'm just gonna have to wait until we do something that's like a larger build, I guess, and I'll find them. Okay, continuing on. So Squidward's now brighter teal. Everybody's ready to go. I knew this was a scam from the beginning, and yet here I am. So let's choose a SpongeBob as our first character. So SpongeBob picks a business opportunity. Okay, so all of the page titles should be the newly chosen font. Even these headers. I can't remember what it's called though, so now I'm like, well, I guess let's just scroll up. Let's see, what did I call it? Sometime later. Okay, so Glow hair care and skincare. Be your own boss, babe. Premium hair care products that practically sell themselves. They don't. So the startup cost is $399. And again, I just like to point out these are real numbers for these really based, somewhat really based data from some other MLMs. So the Glow Hair Co. is a hair one, and the startup cost is $399, monthly cost $84 a month. Average annual income is $758. Okay. And 41% of people earn $0. So if 41% of people earn $0 and the average is 758, that means that it's pretty skewed to one way, and those zeros are just, or like whatever it is that's really high is pulling up most of the zero. So the odds of financial freedom is 0.050%. So 1 in 2,000 of reaching financial freedom. And maybe it's not financial freedom is your goal. Maybe you just want some extra side money. Even then, it's not good. So pure essential oils drop into abundance. Ancient wellness meets modern opportunity. Modern financial loss, that is. Okay, so the startup cost for this essential oil company is $285. The monthly cost is $100 a month. The average annual income is $600, and 60% of people earn $0. The odds of reaching financial freedom are 0.02%, 1 in 5,000. The pants. Leggings Luxe, wear your dreams. Buttery soft leggings and an iron hard path to financial ruin. Startup cost is significantly higher here, $5,000, $5,499. Monthly cost, why I wonder, is $0. Maybe we could get some data. Maybe I think it would be nice to be able to click into it to maybe see. Let's see, what other data did the information, the income disclosure statements. Okay. Okay, so I want 2025's, but it looks like September 4th. Might be, or September of 2024 might be the most recent we can get. And let's just check. Most income figures do not account for expenses. So can we make a note of this? I think that would be important to note. So let's add this information in there. Oh, I don't want to copy the whole thing. I just want this little part. So we'll copy this and we'll put this in here. And then we'll drop in the file name. This data is from this source. Can you make sure this is communicated about the expenses not being accounted for? You could, in the end, incur expenses you would need to run your business. Let's put it in quotes. Business. Can you give us a spot where you would lay out all of the different expenses someone might incur doing an MLM. Like, if there's anybody even watching this live, would you comment to, would you spam the comments and get rid of this guy's? All I see is this guy yelling at me, even though he said he wasn't. No, whatever. I personally, again, I disagree with him. He's had nightmares since watching my video, Dramatic Much. Vibe coding is very dangerous. It's like a Grammarly advert. So many security bugs. Ask AI, but you don't know what it is doing. I know. You don't understand the basics, so you don't understand the problem. Just bluffing your way through. Will you complain when people chase you for selling them flawed programs and services? No, it doesn't understand. Yeah, but you teaching, I was communicating with him, so I was like, I'm not doing, I was like, what? Me teaching others to do so. I'm not on about me in particular. Okay, so maybe, he's not on about me in particular. And he's not upset, but I'm a cheat in all caps. So if you weren't upset, then you wouldn't say that in all caps. Ugh. And also, too, I'm sorry, but anybody who actually knows me knows I am the farthest thing from a cheat. Are you a cheat? Me? Are you kidding me? Trust me, I'm no cheat. At least I don't think I am. I take my role in people's lives very seriously. Anyway, I appear lovely. Bye. All right. So let's see. Let's see. Can we download them anywhere? Like, sorry, but does anybody give us up-to-date data anymore? Where's 2025? I want the new numbers now. Actually, let's just do this. Like, where the hell? 2025, people. I want 2025. Where is 2025? Okay, we will get it mid to late 2026. So as soon as that comes, we'll update the data. May. Typical earnings. $20.25. Let's add this. I'm kind of... Okay, I'm going to take another look for my headphones since I really don't think anybody's really that desperate for me to be just yapping. Nobody helped me out in the chat anyways, so I think that's a sign that nobody's here. Okay, so could it be in my purse? Could it be over here? Rick. Where? Excuse me, buddy. Oh, I think it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Okay. Chief method emphasis uses the rank as a cohort to break out this information. Most 44 of the 70 disclosures break out this information only by rank. Staff found that in nearly every one of these income disclosure statements, the vast majority of participants are in one of the 2 or 3 lowest ranks with correspondingly low income amounts and are omitted from the table entirely. So that's also something to be noted. Perfect. Okay, so let's see what we got going on. If we were to choose this, okay, wait, so where would we see that information? That's also hard to see. Let me think for 4 seconds. Where do I see that? Okay, so I guess let's just move forward and we'll just see, because it would be nice to see those disclaimers in advance, but I don't really know. We'll just see. I don't know where they are because it built it. So, because I cheated. So Glow Hair Care. So SpongeBob invested. Okay, wait. So did it say that SpongeBob was choosing a thing? I thought it said Squidward. SpongeBob picks a business opportunity. Okay, so Glow Hair Care. SpongeBob invested $399 to start. He picks a city to build his empire. So where is he building his empire? Bikini Bottom and surrounding areas. Let's go into New Kelp City. And so he's spent $400 so far. He's earned, hair in my mouth. He's earned nothing, and he's recruited 1. And I think recruited 1 is himself, one of 1. So let's actually ask for clarification. Is recruited 1 myself or like the character? type the comments I want. Okay. So, did it answer with the question yet? Oh, it has to compact the conversation. When it compacts, it's just like gone on too long. It's got to condense itself. So we will get an answer in a second. But let's go. So I'm ready. My empire starts now. So welcome to the family. My upline is so excited I joined. They added me to 3 Kelp net groups, a conch phone chain, and something called a power hour. Your starter kit just arrived via mail whale. Now what? Post an excited announcement on Kelp net about my new business. Invest an extra $500 from savings into more inventory to have options for customers. Okay, so I'm ready. So I got 47 likes, sweetheart eyes, 1 DM from someone curious. My neighbor unfollowed me. Squidward would say, I told you so. Time to share the opportunity. Okay, wait. Yes, make it 0. Yeah, let's just go with what it's suggesting. I like how it put the LOL. I'm like, okay, girl, are you laughing at your own? Like, what's so funny? Time to share the opportunity. Your upline says it's time to start sharing with the citizens of Bikini Bottom. Not selling, sharing. There's a difference apparently. Cold DM 50 strangers on Boatgram with, hey friend, have you ever thought about creating another stream of income? Host a launch party at your place, buy kelp shakes, set up displays, invite 30 friends. Ooh. So I wonder if each of them is going to be like a charge and a not charge, but say I'm not spending any money. I'm going the hard work in, but I'm not going to pay because maybe I'm using all my money on this. Okay, so 48 people left me on red. 1 person replied, is this an MLM? You type, no, it's direct sales before deleting the message. 1 said, tell me more. They were your upline's friend who was already going to sign up. Friendship damage, -3 social capital. Okay, what's the full pyramid dashboard? Oh, okay, cool. So we've got a dashboard. I think it would be interesting if this pyramid actually made a pyramid. So rather than like 4 people, 19 people, like I would like to see it actually build a pyramid. So I just told it to just like audit it, and I'm telling it also because sometimes when I run an audit, it'll be like, do you want to push to this? Do you want to do that? And I'll be like, wait, no, I don't, it's only going to stay here. But, okay. So the data is aligned incorrect. Okay. So just having it check. And then, yeah, I'm going to have this switch to like actually make a pyramid. And then, so right now it'll show us how many people are in our pyramid. It's still only 0% of the city. Okay. Total money spent across all participants. And I would like for it to explain where is it getting these numbers and what does this mean? You know, like when you say, okay, 13.6K spent across all participants, you mean across all participants, just like in the company in general on product? Do you mean all participants in the company on their monthly fees? Does that include their startup fees? Like, it doesn't really explain like what is that including. Um, but let's have it run some game engine math, I guess. Okay, and is my headphones connected to my headphones? Oh, it is connected. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can get my thing to work. Can you hear me? Now. Ugh. There we go. I think I just had to change the microphone source. It was set up to something that couldn't hear me. Okay, so here's our bugs that we got. So I don't know. We're just gonna fix them. Also, I would rather, instead of it being like one card and you choose like this one and that one, I'd like to see two options in front of me, and then like the one that I choose maybe like stacks off to the side or something, and the one that I don't like just like white swipes off. Maybe kind of like can we get like a Tinder swipe type thing, like this or that? um I don't know. Let's test this thing. Can you hear me? Yay! Okay, it works. Okay. So now that we've got the voice thing on, that will just like help us just me like less typing. Move faster, faster, faster. Okay. So let's say all of these things that I want. Okay, so I would like for it to, rather than having between my two choices one card that stacks everything up top down, I'd like the option to exist above the card. So like right now I'm on the page rank advancement push, and what it says about it, and it reads off before it gives me my two choices. I want that to exist above it, and then I would like to see two cards side by side, left side and right side, two columns, where it has each of my two options, and then depending on which option I choose, one of them, I guess, swipes away, Tinder card style. And then where it shows when I open the full pyramid dashboard, right now it says total money spent all across all participants. It doesn't really explain what still all participants, what their monthly payments, does that include their startup fees? Is that every single person in the organization 3 months into what's going on? Like, can you go through each of these different percentages in the pyramid, or like each of these different value numbers? So like people losing money, are these just people in my downline that have spent money across all participants? Who, like, you gotta really explain or make it, I think, a bit more clearer. What is this meaning for the whole system? What does that mean? Okay, so I think, not that I don't think it's not a pyramid. Let's not call it the pyramid. Let's refer to it as the downline. Okay, so while I totally agree that it is a pyramid, can you hear me? Oh, yes, you can. Let's not refer to it as the pyramid. Let's refer to it as your downline or my downline, or, you know, whatever it is. But for the visual, when it's kind of showing like level 1, level 2, and it shows 4 people, 19 people, etc., let's build it and start to stack it like a pyramid so that it visually starts to represent a pyramid, but it is my downline. And then when you say how the memory flows, I don't like that sentence, so you can nix how the memory flows, just explain it. So we will say all 24 people in your downline have spent a combined total of 13.6K on starter kits, inventory, and 2 months of required purchases. That includes, say, me, the 4 people I've recruited, the 4 people those people have recruited. Like, you have to kind of show it visually for people to understand. It should be less text heavy and still explaining things, but this is about a visual representation of what does that really look like. Who is losing money here and who actually is winning, and where and when I need to be involved to actually win. Okay, so rewrite this. Okay, I'm going to go get an applesauce for an apple boss. Oh, hi, Beck. You're so cute. I love you. So how come level 3 only has 4 people? Okay, I like this better too because it kind of shows you the trade-off. Lose $200 or risk a friendship. Okay. And then this says total spent by all 24 people, but doing the math quickly here, that's level 1. Is that just his downline? Does that say 24 people including him? Wouldn't he be 25? Let's see. Let's just ask it those questions. Question, can you explain to me why level 3 only has 4 people? Whose person is that? And is it's not listening to me, is it? It's not. Can you hear me now? No, I stopped it. Can you hear me? Girl. Okay. So, question. Why is level 3 only 4 people if there's 16 people in level 2? Could you explain that to me? And does the total spent, it says 13.6K spent by all 24 people, is that just the people in my downline? That doesn't or does include me? Could you still explain? And is it possible, instead of showing bars, you actually show circles? Like I represent a little dot, and then there's like a line that connects that dot, and then there's like 4 lines that connect to that dot, like where then over time it visually starts to span out and create a ridiculously large pyramid, so each person is a dot. Is that possible? Because I think that the bar is fine, I guess, for visual representation, but I think it would be a lot better if I could visually watch it grow per person. So let's see what it says. Okay, so congratulations, we hit the rank. Our commission increased by $12 a month, and we spent $200 to make $12. Now my closet is stuffed with a product nobody asked for. Mr. Krabs would not approve of this ROI. The dream phase. I'm ready. Your empire starts now. Sacrifices must be made. Your friend's jellyfishing trip is this Saturday, but your upline just announced a power weekend with a special training and team building event. Leaders show up. They say, skip the jellyfishing trip and do a Kelp net live sale during the power weekend instead. Go jellyfishing, but bring product samples just in case. Go jellyfishing. You went jellyfishing, but kept steering conversations toward wellness. So I have a question. Which one did we choose? Okay, so towards wellness. 2 fish asked you to stop. Someone muttered, "Here we go." When you opened your bag, you caught 0 jellyfish and left early. You spent $30, friendship damage, -3, social capital. Invest in yourself. There's a regional conference at Bikini Bottom Convention Center. Your upline says this is where the magic happens and serious builders invest in their education. Tickets are $199 plus hotel plus travel. Buy the ticket plus $400 for lodging and the bus to New Kelp City. Your upline says you can't afford not to go. Skip the conference and use that to $600 to pay off your Bikini Bottom credit union card. Let's go to the conference. So you cried during the keynote, a motivational sea cucumber. Everyone was so supportive. You bought $300 more in product at the conference booth because the energy was so high. On the bus home, you did the math. You've now spent more than you've earned total. You spent $599. So 6 months in, we've spent $1648. We've earned... But we recruited 1.9K. Let's see what's going on down here. Yeah, see, I knew that math didn't look right. But it didn't get my single dot right, so we'll see if it's able to do that. Or maybe that was the one that was like back. Oh, we should be able to go back. I need to add a back button because what if I want to change my decision? Okay, so the visualization was using commissions by level, which distributes the 24 people across levels, not the actual per round recruitment. I'll fix this and use the actual growth data. Well, you should have been, girl. Total spent currently does not include you. It's only the downline. I'll make it clear and show both. Dots connected by lines. Absolutely possible. A much better way to show exponential growth visually. Let me build it. Good. That's what I want to see. Oh, sorry. Oopsies. I forgot. We can't see it. Might be. I like how it has a friendship damage bar. Okay, this is definitely okay, so let's change it to where is the money going? Semantics, but slay. Can you change it to, wait, it's not recording. What? Do you hear me? I don't know when it works, when it chooses not to work. Okay. Can This is me just saying, like, move them in a little closer. I don't think that's going to copy with the thing. That's crazy. Each dot is a person. Level 5, 4 steps removed from you, and 1.5K people are recruited. I mean, the fact that most people don't actually make it to here in itself. Much better. Okay, so the art of the casual pitch. So you've been coached on the perfect script. Don't mention the company name. Don't say MLM. Keep it vague. Build curiosity. Your upline calls this attraction marketing. It's true. Message an old acquaintance. Hey, I saw your post and thought of you. Have you ever considered creating another stream of income? Actually, be honest. I sell products through a direct sales company. Would you be interested in trying some? I'm all in the vein of being honest. So I got some friendship points back, actually. That's nice. So even Gary is impressed. Wow. So they said no thanks, but I appreciate you being upfront about it. You made 0 sales but kept a friend. Your upline says you need to work on your approach. Typical. Oh, the abuse is starting. So the hustle phase, my DMs are getting left unread. Even the background fish know what's up. Your team hit rank. Your downline member is 150 short of hitting their first rank. Your upline suggests you help them out by placing an order under their account. That's what leaders do. So purchase $150 of product under your team member's account to help them rank up, or tell your team member they need to generate their own volume through actual sales. Well, we know how they do. Let's put in that 150. Yay, girl, you did it. You gave yourself a promotion. So your team member just ranked up. They earned a $25 bonus. You spent $150, and now you have even more product that you don't need, but your upline called you a true leader in the conch chat. So there is that. Continue to month 8. I'm running out of fish. I've already burned through all of the Krusty Krab regulars. Nobody is buying. I hosted another party. Nobody came. My boatgram reach is tanking because the algorithm buries sales posts. My closet has $1,200 of unsold product. My credit card bill just arrived via mail whale. So the only thing is I wouldn't have it in, I guess it depends on what closet. If I have like a shampoo closet. Double down by the premium training course for my upline for $299. This is the missing piece. Or step back and actually calculate my total income versus total expenses for the first time. Ooh. Let's spend money. So the training was 4 hours of motivational C quotes and one useful tip you could have Googled. My credit card is now carrying a balance. The interest alone costs more than my monthly commission, and even Plankton thinks this plan has failed. And I spent $299. So, to date, I would have had to have recruited 32,800 people out of the 200 people in Kelp City. I would have net profited, hypothetically, $1,600 after earning $3,865 for the month, but that is after spending $2,265 to get there. So the collapse. Oh, Larry the Lobster, the bus driver, and Bubble Base have all been recruited. The Crossroads. You've been at this for 9 months. Your upline says most people quit right before their breakthrough, but the math is the math. What do you do? Okay, so up to this point, it looks like I hadn't been recruiting anybody. Are these hypotheticals? So, do we stay in? Maybe next month will be different. This is that sunk cost fallacy. Let's stay in it. 3 more months of auto ship, 3 more months of declining engagement, 3 more months of your upline saying you just need to be more consistent. The math didn't change. Math doesn't do that, not even underwater. Continue to month 10. The city ran out of fish. Tartar sauce. You ran out of people. The entire city has been recruited. No! The Downline Dilemma, Bikini Bottom Edition. So for the full year in just buying a basic amount, not spending it a lot, and making some decisions, we spent $2,433. We earned $5,550. We resulted in a positive earnings of $3,117. And my effective hourly rate was $5.20 an hour for all of that time. And who knows, actually, because maybe I was in the hospital, working from the hospital bed. And so the human cost, so 200K people had to have been in my downline, and 100% of them lost money. Total money spent by all participants, $231 million if all of Kelp City was recruited. And the top 1% took home 9.5% of all commissions. So the federal minimum wage earns $15.1K a year. Spongebob earned $6,660 annualized, and that is before taxes. So yeah, that's nice. And also MLM numbers do not include the expenses, which is what we had it bake in. So none of the 70 MLM disclosure statements that the FTC reviewed, providing figures that account for all expenses. The average earnings numbers companies report are before you subtract what it costs to run your business. So when expenses are included, the loss rate jumps from, that's absolutely insane. When you actually include your expenses, your loss rate jumps from 99.4% to 99.999%. 99.997%. So an estimated realistic first year cost for this hair care company, the starter kit was $99. Monthly auto ship for 12 months was $1,008. We spent $400 on conferences. I thought we spent $299 on the training course. Product samples, initial inventory, website fees, travel and lodging, marketing materials, shipping. Question. It's not gonna listen. I thought we spent on marketing on the training course. Also, can you add a back button? Also, double check all of your reference numbers. Oops. Let's go be a new character. Or like, how do I get to the beginning again? We would need, oh, try again. Patrick is going to join Global Life. And it's better because there's no startup cost. Oh, I hate that that's what's remaining. Oh, we can just enter the population. Let's just put some basic ones in there. Oh, I could. Oh, cool. Oop. Where'd my people go? What happened? To my font and my icons. See the dangers of vibe coding. Also, they need to be different for each one. These are the same questions. There needs to be a matrix. Insane. Okay. Can you hear me? It's no use in trying at this point. be different for each MLM and be specific to that culture or vibe of each MLM too. They each take on primarily where's my Patrick? Good. So it's going to rebuild it to write the full MLM specific scenarios. And it'll do 5 MLMs, 9 months, 2 choices, 90 unique choice paths, each tailored to that MLM's culture, product, and demographic. I'm so hungry. But we'll get this in. We'll make these icons fixed. We'll run through it a couple times. And then I'm going to eat dinner. Oh my gosh, this thing's still frozen. Took something out to defrost earlier, and it is still just straight up frozen block. I took it out like way this morning. But I'm waiting. Cause nobody's watching this live. People have things to do on their Friday night. Not me. I do nothing. Not the most exciting live when you're like alone. But you know what? It's fine. Also though, it's like, why are you going so slow? There. It's like, gimme what? Why you keep erasing my font? So these are still the same 2 beginnings, so, you know, still building this out. But let's say we invest 500. Let's go with some different options that we did before. Your friend reluctantly signed up to support you. They spent $99 on the starter kit. They'll be inactive within 2 months, and things will be awkward at the Krusty Krab for the next 3 years. That's so funny. They replied, OMG, yes, tell me more. You got excited. Then they Googled the company's name and sent you a link to an anti-MLM Kelp net thread. They screenshotted your DM and posted it to their story with the caption, guess who tried to recruit me today? Neptune help you. Who's left to sell to? Everyone is the salesperson now. It's so many people losing money. Okay, so I mean, it looks like we had a better outcome from Scamway by recruiting our entire town than we did from the hair care company. The hair care company, we barely made any money. At least we earned 133K by recruiting everybody in our town. Oh, am I one of the special ones? I don't know. They need to make that more clear too. Rick, out of the kitchen. Okay. Rick, I will feed you. Excuse me, buddy. Here you go, Rick. I don't want to call it Scamway. We'll say what? Oop, Rick! Absolutely not. Come on. Are you okay, baby? That was not very nice. Leave him alone, you guys. Let him eat. Kingman. Kingman. Leave him alone, baby. So why did I make so much with Global Life? Okay, so I just kind of differentiated because like it shows the thing, but it also is like it's showing the like getting more people for the city is like most people wouldn't do that. So how do we show that differentiation between like, okay, you actually were able to recruit people, you weren't able to recruit people who did recruit people, how many people did they have to recruit? And then I just said, if you, my AI, were going to make it better, what would you do to make it better? And we'll just see what it does to make it better. Oh, nice. This looks good. I don't know if you guys can see that. This, it has a very faint line. I think that's nice touch. Oh my god, wait. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay. Okay, see, I knew the earnings weren't right. It had it set up wrong. See, this is what he meant when he said dangerous. It does. It doesn't always get it right. That's the you gotta know how to check it out. Squidward's downline is now 710,006 people. Okay, just fix them. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's going to improve my game by adding an earnings calculator reality check. So based on the company, out of 1,000 people who joined, this is where I'd statistically stand. Side-by-side comparison. So if you put X into an index fund, worked minimum wage for the same hours, or started an Etsy shop, so what's the opportunity cost? Social media feed mechanics. So instead of just text scenarios, show a mock boatgram kelp net feed that gets progressively more cringe as the game goes on. The player watches their own post change from, oh my God, that's hilarious, a social media feed. The recruiter's view. So after the game is over, replay the game from one of your recruits' perspectives. They see the game, or they see the same pyramid from the bottom, making what happened to everyone below you visceral. Real IDs comparison screen. So let the players toggle to see the actual income disclosure statement from the real company mapped to where they'd fall. Time tracking, show hours spent on lives, DMs, parties, conferences, and then calculate effective hourly wage. So $237 an hour hits harder than lost $800. Agreed. And then the what if exit. So when a player quits, show what happens to their downline after they leave. People are still locked in, they're still paying auto ship, and they are still losing money. The damage persists. All right, let's see what it comes up with. And bring back my font. Oopsies. I'm gonna have to cut out whatever. I really don't know if anybody's watching this. I don't think anybody is, so I just am kind of like doing whatever, and then I'll just like post it live later, and then just like let that be. But if the event that somebody was watching this, then well, I guess thanks. But again, I'm not expecting anybody to be watching it. But I forgot to make my rice, so I started my chicken, and then I was like, oh wait, oh my God, my rice. Oops. Girl. Okay. Well, I guess I'll wait until this goes a little bit. Okay. Is mayonnaise a business opportunity? Bye. I'm getting tired. Well, maybe we'll have a part 2, and then I will make this live. Well, I gotta look into the logistics, what's allowed and what's not. Maybe I'm not allowed to make it SpongeBob theme, you know? I don't want to get a cease and desist for using SpongeBob. Okay, well, I'm going to let this build, but I'm going to go eat my dinner. So, anybody who watched, thank you so much for watching. Anybody who commented, thanks so much for commenting. Anybody who didn't watch or didn't comment, thanks so much for not watching or not commenting. I do appreciate you either way. I am thankful. Gratitude is the attitude, and you can do anything you want to do. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. That's their own limiting beliefs and their own insecurities bubbling forward. And so, yeah, have a great rest of your day, your great rest of your Friday evening. I hope you all get after it.